Okay, so I want to talk to you guys about the Boule because you guys criticize the Boule a lot. And I'm actually a product of the Boule, but I'm a product of the Boule when my parents were very active in the civil rights movement. So they used their ability to get to a certain level to help their community. And I guess I'm following their footsteps. But you guys talk about the Boule a lot. And I just want you guys to understand that just because somebody is not part of the Boule doesn't mean they're not Boule. Meaning this, when I was in the charter school and I was really trying to fight for the charter school to stay open, I had Boule people on my board. They're actually not the ones that destroyed the school. It was the ones who were trying to be Boule and trying to fit in. Also, I had a lot of activists like who are fighting from the hood that were like trying to get the for months trying to work with me to get the school open, really fighting hard. The moment they got a chance to sell those kids out, they took it faster than a dang on rabbit. Faster than a rabbit.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.
Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Let's get please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, live once, I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh for sure, it's about to go up. Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Let's get please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, live once, I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh for sure, it's about to go up. Roll my blunt and pass my lighter.
All right, family, we're back. I want to thank you guys for being here. I'm going to go faceless for a while. I'm not feeling the camera phone. Not at all. Anyways, I wanted to make people aware of this clip that we're going to review and react to. This young lady, she's speaking about what people call an elite group. They claim you have to have some type of status and financial stability to be within this group. But like you heard in the intro, she said some of the worst participants are the people that want to be participants, and how they didn't even help a charter school. I've often asked, what do these people do for the streets or the hood or whatever you want to call it, the people? And I'm still perplexed. Very. I feel like these people were put in place to do the job that others didn't want to do, and that's by putting a cap on people so it doesn't look a certain way. I could be wrong, but we're going to review and react to this clip, see what she's talking about. It's very interesting to hear it from a person that comes from her background, if what she says is true, and it's very interesting to hear it from a woman. So if you made it, say I made it. I'm jumped over my or whatever you want to call it. Just, yeah, all messed up. I need my camera. Let's go.
The charter school was such a heartbreaking experience for me because I went through a lot that year. I lost my dad. I lost my cousin. But I learned so much about human nature and different classes of people and different races and about our own ethnic group. Things that I wish I didn't know, but I actually am glad I know now, because nobody can, well, I don't want to say that because I want to jinx myself, but it's very hard to fool me now. But what I want to say is that a lot of people are just mad that they're outside the club. So there's a VIP section, there's the club. So you have people outside the club that are like, oh, they're superficial in there, VIP, what's the point of club? The music's terrible. Like they'll just trash the club. Talk about how everybody in the club is just superficial and they're whack and all this other stuff. And look at those women, they're 304s, and oh, the dudes are simps. As soon as that door opens and somebody says, hey, do you want to come to VIP? They will run and trample over you to get in that club. So I just want you guys to stop thinking the Boule is our issue, when I'm not saying that they're not, because I have a lot of disappointment in the Boule, because Boule should be helping so much more than they are.
Real quick, if anybody has any affiliation to this group, please tap in, because I really want to know what they do as far as like inner city workings, if she said they're doing what they did to a school and sold those students out and let that school fail, I really can't see them doing anything for the inner city for real, for real. That's just my honest opinion. I'm really asking people that are privy to this group to let me know what they do. I'm not talking about elections and different wards or counties or anything like that. I'm talking about what do they do just for the people in general. Put it like that. What do they do for the betterment of the people in general? Or do you have to have come up as like a Eastern Star type debutante participant, or I forgot what they call it for the guys? Or did you have to be in a fraternity or sorority? Is it that type thing to where if you weren't, you can't be in a club? And like she said, there are people that are around a club but not in the club, and those are the worst ones. And I can understand that, because those would be the people that would do almost anything just to be a part of this club. But let me know if you guys know what they do for the hood or just the people in general.
But what I want you to understand is that a lot of people critiquing the Boule, it may even be the person that's listening to this right now, you don't trust anybody. I saw people from the hood who this school was going to help their children get to a better life, sell out their children, their grandchildren, just to try to be a part of something that had some type of quote unquote clout.
I guess I got my answer. At least that group that she's talking about, they sold out the hood. They sold them out. I wonder if it's a thing to where they might have hands in things and need votes or this and that, so they kind of manipulate the minds of the people. I don't know. Was Jesse Jackson a part of the Boule? Because I was making a video and they had a lot of faces on there that they considered to be a part of this group. But it was the infamous Memphis scene with Jesse Jackson and two other dudes standing up on a hotel balcony. That was Memphis, right? Anyways, that's a whole different situation in itself. Let me shut up.
Tried. Like, they would sell out, and like, I couldn't believe my eyes how fast they were willing to sell out for so little. Stop saying it's just the Boule. We have, it's not just, it's not just our people. People are like this in general. But what I'm saying is, like, everybody except for a very small few people will sell out our community for a check. They just weren't offered the check. That's the only reason they haven't sold out yet. They just haven't been offered the check. I just want you guys to get that. 90%, I would say 90% of the people who are activists, who are pro-black, you do not know where any people, I don't care if the person beside you, I don't care if they've been fighting for you for 20 years, don't know who they are until they're offered a position or a check. Once they are offered those things multiple times and they have rejected that to sell out their people, I'm not saying don't get a check, I'm saying a check to sell out their people, then you know that person is truly pro-black.
Shorty just said a mouthful. She said a mouthful, and she made me think about rappers, certain people in certain places, like certain politicians, mayors, and stuff like that. The moment they touch some money or get a position, everything switches. Everything switches. And because they've always wanted some money or that position, they do whatever they can to maintain it. And if that entails in selling out their people, that's what they're going to do. The rappers, they run around telling everybody this, that, trap, spin. But these dudes ain't doing none of it. And I'm talking about even the ones that I think put money in the streets, as far as like, hey, I'm gonna pay you to go do this. Those type guys too. We never hear too much positive from athletes telling people, hey, young men, go to school. Young men, get your degrees. Young men, do this. But they'll talk about that new video game or these new shoes or stuff like that. The switch up. The bait and switch. Let's continue.
That's the only way you know. And that's why Martin Luther King said, I feel I have integrated my people into a burning building. Because what happens when he integrated, a lot of the people around him started to sell out so quick because now they were offered a check or clout that they had never been offered before. And they were so willing to sell out their people. And he saw it and he was like, whoa. I just want you guys to understand that. Stop saying, I understand about the Boule, and I'll do one about the Boule. I just want you to understand. Because I saw everybody from the hood to the middle class to the working class to the working poor to the Boule. I saw everybody sell out those kids for a check. And I will say something about the Boule and the charter school. They did not fight for that school. They did not help that school, but they were not the ones that tore it down. It was the ones that were so thirsty to try to be a part of the Boule and so thirsty for a check that did it.
Hey, I like her. She said it wasn't the Boule. It was the ones that wanted to be a part. And those are really the ones you got to look out for. The prospects, the recruits, or just the hanger-ons, the hanger-rounds. The people that want to be a part of it so bad that they'll do anything to prove a point. Now, while this video was just us reviewing and reacting and stating opinions, it's my opinion what I said and her opinion what she said. That's the best way I can put it. Point blank, period. If you want to help me get a camera, y'all, $ Trap House Kitchen 1. I'm sorry, I cannot lie. Anyways, if you made it, say I made it. I'm out. Peace.